Two steaks, two cookers, one question. Does a grill or a smoker make the better steak? Today we're putting them head to head and finishing both with a reverse sear to find out which one actually wins.
That is ridiculous. In this episode of Smoky or Not, I'm going to try to answer the question, does real fire beat pellet smoke on steak? They've got the pellet grill up against the kettle grill in this experiment. So that's the main question I'm going to try to answer. Is steak better cooked with a controlled pellet smoke, or can I get the same results on a kettle grill with live fire and charcoal? So as far as seasoning is concerned, I could be using any one of these steak seasonings. I've got quite a bit of them. Tuffy Stone, Cosmos Q, Grilling with Dad, Bearded Butcher, and we've got Nature seasoning here. I don't want to alter the beef flavor, so I'm going with basic seasoning. I've got Worcestershire sauce right here, which is going to be the binder for our salt and pepper. Very simple. I've got two ribeye steaks, boneless on both. Prices are going up on these for sure. They're about $17.99 a pound. There are other cuts of meat that are a lot cheaper you could probably use. I just saw a video that had somebody cutting up a chuck eye steak and more affordable. See here, we've got a lot of nice fat in there and marbling. All right, so you can see there, that's pretty close to 2 inches. It's exactly what we want. We're on a nice thick steak. We're gonna get as much of that exterior moisture off. I'm gonna go ahead and pour on just a little drizzle of our Worcestershire sauce. It's going to give it a nice deep color. There we are. Some salt. And we'll just put some salt around the outside too as we do the edges. And then we've got our pepper. Kind of roll it around. Back with our Worcestershire sauce. Also going to add to that beefy flavor as well. There we are. We've got it all seasoned. Some of this is looking like it's going to fall apart. I might just go in with the butcher's twine to keep this together. Just around the middle. 1, 2, that's looking good. Tie it off. And here they are side by side. So let's take everything inside and go ahead and let these steaks rest while we get our grills up to temperature. For the Weber kettle, stick it to B&B. Absolutely fantastic charcoal. And over here I've got a box of our cherry chunks that I'm going to be using to smoke our steaks. So you can use this to get some of that smoke flavor with the charcoal. So I figure I'm going to start the kettle grill here first. Our Fogo starter. Get this closed up. Now that we've got that smoke going, we can close up the lid. Here, we're going to put this up now, 225. Bring these over to this one side. Go ahead and put this chunk in. We could see here now on our Weber kettle that we've got the temperatures between 200 to 250. Looks like we're ready to go. And let's load the steaks. Let's close it up. So on with our grill grade. Steak opposite the coals, temperature probe in, probably about halfway. I'm going to go ahead and get my app and then set that up so we have it between 105 to 110. All right, close it up. There we are. We have 96 degrees on our Weber kettle. Let's check it out on the Traeger. And so we're really getting close to 109. So I'm going to start pulling this steak out. Nice. So that's over 112. We'll set this in the pan. We need to get that crust on there ASAP. So I reset this target temperature to 112, similar to the Traeger smoker. We're going to do the same thing on this one too. And here I've got another full chimney starter. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull out our Weber kettle steak. Nice. Look at that beautiful color. That looks absolutely awesome, but not done yet. So let this rest while we get that charcoal lit. We're gonna sear this bad boy. Well, side by side, here we go. We've got the Weber kettle right here, smoked steak from the Traeger. Let's take a look at that color from the Weber kettle. There is the steak from the Traeger smoker. A little darker on that. It's hard to really tell. That just has a deep, rich brown color right here. Really, really close. Charcoal's getting really close to the top, so we're gonna pour that really soon. Let's get everything over to the direct side. I want this to get nice and hot. It's gonna be the perfect area for that steak. I'm gonna close everything up, vents wide open. All right, so right on direct heat. Look at that, nice. Back over. Yeah, you just can't beat that flame kiss. Beautiful. Just keep flipping that every minute or so. That's the crust. That is perfect. Yeah, every 30 seconds or so, just keep it moving. Some of that fat on the edge, you can do that too. That's what I love about a grill. Just can't get that. That is a beautiful crust. So let's keep an eye on this, and we'll head over to our Blackstone. 480. Oh yeah, a little bit of oil. It's the hottest part of the grill. Lay that on top. Taking off our Weber steak. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Just gonna let that rest. Okay, just gonna work at that a little more. That weight back on. Like I said, we are on maximum heat. Pretty much the same thing as if you were to take it inside and cook it on the stove, the cast iron skillet. Look at that sear. That's amazing what a Blackstone can do. But just look at this grilled steak. That is crazy. That crust, how can you get that anywhere else? The pellet grill, that's what I'm wondering, is whether the pellet gave it more smoke, different texture. That's what we're gonna find out. That really does help flatten that steak up. Otherwise it starts to curl. That's pretty good. To about 125, that's good. There we have the Blackstone Sear. Can't complain about that. Both steaks side by side. This is our Weber kettle, and here we have our pellet smoker. A lighter in color. I did sear this on the Blackstone. I'm going to take out this string that kept everything together to keep that steak intact. There we have it. Oh yes. That is our charcoal grilled Weber kettle. That's probably getting close to about a medium on that one. That's pretty nice too. Charcoal grilled steak. Oh, I gotta have that piece. Salt flakes on that. That is ridiculous. Oh man. Pull apart. That's how I'm used to having a steak. Maybe the pellet grill's gonna blow me away, but it's absolutely perfect. I don't even know what to say. Yeah, put that salt on. Oh, so much beefy flavor. Pellet grill steak. Gosh, I think that cooked over a little bit. I knew I should have pulled that off a little bit earlier with a little salt flakes on that. Tenderness, it's still there. It's right up with the Weber kettle steak. Well, I like the crust that was on that. Well, nice piece. That salt. Now that I've devoured some of this steak, I'm going to take this inside. Now that I've tasted these steaks and my mouth is not chewing anymore, absolutely delicious, both of those steaks. But there are a few things and differences that I want to go over with these steaks. Now, as far as flavor, did I like the pellet grill steak? Was it more of a roasted flavor, or was it kind of a barbecue flavor? Same goes with the grilled steak on the Weber kettle. As far as the kettle grill, it's absolutely barbecue. Getting the fire, getting the char, had that amazing crust that you can't get in a pellet grill. Coming to that realization that the pellet grill really is more of a smoker. You can buy, for example, the Weber Searwood, I believe it's called, that has a function where you can open up the hot box. When you do that, then that's going to be right directly underneath what you're trying to sear. Now we're going to talk about the smoke. Now, smoke was really difficult to tell on both of these steaks, even though one was inside of the smoker for almost an hour. hour. Couldn't pick up a whole lot of smoke, maybe a little bit on the exterior. I had it at about 225, so it was producing a lot of smoke. It's probably safe to say that the smoke flavor was lighter in the pellet grill. It wasn't intense. Now on the kettle grill, it was sweeter. It had a deep smoke flavor. Hard to really kind of grasp, especially that's why you get a smoker. It was very close as far as that. Maybe I was tasting notes of the char more on the Weber kettle. Now, as far as the texture on both steaks, was one drier, it was one more moist than the other. They both really had a lot of juice. They weren't dried out whatsoever, so I would say they both locked in a lot of flavor. Now, on to the quality of the crust. So which had a better crust? Just from looking at it, the steak that was cooked in the kettle grill, far better. The sear was amazing. The sear was a lot thicker. Cast iron would have been great if I was able to get it up to temperature, but in Blackstone's even better than a cast iron, so I wasn't complaining about that. I'd give the Weber kettle grill crust an A+. So finally, if I had to pick one cooker for steak, I would pick the Weber kettle. It's by far the best for smoke flavor. Crust was amazing. Absolutely enjoyed that. Thicker crust, a deeper, richer flavor in the crust. And so for the overall steak winner, the Traeger smoker grill versus the Weber kettle grill, by a landslide, was the Weber kettle. It's amazing what it can do. I'm not putting by any means the Traeger smoker down. It has its limitations, however. It's great for a smoker, pulled pork, brisket, smoked turkey, smoked burgers. So I was more pleased with the Weber kettle, and that is my favorite way to grill steaks. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Smoky or Not, where I put the Traeger smoker up against the Weber kettle. Thank you to all the followers and subscribers that watch my videos. I appreciate all the comments, whether they're good or bad. I really do look forward to all those comments. And if you're new to the channel and watching for the first time today, thank you. And if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care. See you next time.